let's get this money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's cool. I need to see the actions. I need to see the behavior change, brother. I need to see
I think
two
unfortunately,
years from now, bro. Like,
but would it matter what other people think? So, for
What do you mean?
example, if you still felt like he had some work to do, but both socially and professionally, people were like, no, he's good now. He's done enough. And you felt like he didn't. And the reason I asked that is because a lot of times people don't associate themselves with certain things because of the perception that it will give other people.
People
And so
do
now if
have that.
other people are telling you that he's okay, but you still feel like he nasty, is it going to change how you do business because you know the perception won't be negative?
I would need for you to then convince me as to why you say that there's change. What behavioral aspects of his character do you see evidence of that there's change?
But just like B said, he gonna get on TV and say he's sorry. He gonna give a whole lot of money to some little kids with a leg missing. He gonna go in, you know what I'm saying, start a choir in the hills of Utah. He gonna do all of the prerequisites.
But see, to me,
and that's gonna make everybody love him.
To me, because I know that's what people do. I don't count that as behavioral change.
How do you really know? See, to me, it's how do you know what's going on with that man? Look, how are the terms of the deal? What are the terms?
No,
are they the terms of the deal? We gonna know what are the terms.
The terms of the deal. Of course,
the deal. How is it gonna benefit my company? What's going on? It all look good. It all check out. No, you can't come on my podcast. No, doing you at all.
I don't want to see your name. We can't. None of my branding.
Exactly. Part of the terms, we're not putting your name nowhere.
So once again,
and let's roll. Let's do it.
That goes to the level of separation that there is. If he's directly like Ty sitting here right now, and we are engaging in meetings.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, okay, we're gonna go over here. All right, we're gonna do this. You gonna take that? And I'm like, nah, we're not gonna be that close, Diddy, and making deals and working. I need some separation. I think there for me, there needs to be a separation between him as the head of the entity, the organization, and me. So it needs to be. It needs to be a company under a company under a company.
I got a lot of good questions. But what if he legit wanted to come on a podcast and talk about what you mean?
Well, if he legit wants to come on a podcast, I'll bring him on a podcast
and talk about music business. The man knows music.
He knows music business.
So would you have him on your couch to sit down and talk about the ins and outs of contracts, publishing?
We would talk about music business. Are we talking about baby oil? We're not talking about that.
No,
I mean, he's not going to want to talk about that anyway. He's trying to sweep that under the rug. So if that's the case,
people say, "Oh, how can you have an abuser on your show?" And
that's the court of public opinion.
It's the court of, exactly. And they said, "Is he on the show because you can never control anybody's behavior, right? You can never control anybody's behavior. Yes, we know his behavior because it's made public, but does his behavior discount his expertise and his knowledge? No. I mean, he still has that expertise and that knowledge. So am I more concerned with that he's a womanizer and then an abuser, or are we talking about his knowledge? I mean, because there's a lot of people out here doing a lot of crazy stuff.
I got another question.
Right? A lot of crazy stuff. But we're specifically talking about the music business.
Know about that. I can find somebody else who know a lot about the music business that didn't beat people with baby oil.
I got another question.
With paper towel.
You got a whole network. What if you had a show on your network that dealt with like overcoming and fall down and get up, and he wanted to come and sit down and talk about his whole life story, and he want to talk about his side of the story with Cassie and all this stuff and all that. Would you?
We could talk about it.
So what's the difference though?
We could talk because we're not doing business together though.
But he has the ability through a company he has to get your product to the masses.
That's true. But we're not doing business together though. You coming on the podcast doesn't mean that we're entering into some type of legal.
What I'm saying is the fact that because to a degree, anybody that sits on your network has some type of alignment to a degree. It might not be a full alignment, but there's some type of crescent moon. There's some type of aligning because his energy, your energy, his audience, your audience. That's the whole point. To a point. Is to
it depends.
So I'm just again, and I'm not trying to
I'm saying
I'm not trying to come against you. I'm just saying it's stuff to think about.
No, I'm saying it depends on the purpose of that podcast and that episode and what
it's to serve the people.
We're looking to.
We want to give the people good podcasts.
So,
but again, that depends on what the people think. Because the people could say,
People are always
I
going to
can't
think
believe you
something.
had that old baby oil womanizer on your show.
Well, see, for me,
You could have had.
in my opinion, that kind of person is not my audience anyway.
Right.
Because I don't want you if that's how you feel about what I put out, you're not who I'm trying to target. That's how I would look at it. So the people I'm targeting will want the information and will
See,
will want to and aren't going to be judgmental anyway. Let me hear this man out. If Brian got him on the podcast, let me hear what the guy
I'm
got to say.
interested in the story.
This is all interesting.
I'm interested in the story of anyone, right? It kind of reminds me, what is this? It's a I can't remember the name of the show. It's on YouTube. It's it has a weird name, Soft White.
Oh, Underbelly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Soft White Underbelly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they tell crazy
Yeah.
stories, right? I mean, they got people on there that are in gangs, murderers, rapists, drug addicts, but it's the story, and I'm interested in the story, regardless of who the person is. I'm interested in the story. Why did you do that? What kind of was going through your mind when those type of situations happen? I'm into the story. I'm inquisitive by nature, so I'm going to ask you these types of questions.
If you at home, bookmark this conversation though, because in the next couple of years, there are going to be people with these decisions, bringing them on their show, signing record deals with them, and the moral question is going to come up. And remember, we talked about it. We brought, and I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong, but these discussions will continue. And remember we discussed it, because he coming home sooner than you think, and we got to figure out what our position is going to be, because you never know. As this podcast keeps going up, we might be on his radar. He might come knocking on your door.
He might be.
And what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be like,
Right.
hey,
You're gonna be
Diddy.
like, sorry, Mr. Diddy.
Hey, Diddy.
Until that baby oil dries
I
up.
love the podcast. So, I will do interviews in the future where I'm interviewing about deep stuff.
Yeah.
It might come across my path where he might want to talk about everything.
I would have that
I'm
conversation.
they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I already said it as it stands now, because you never know what you're gonna do until you get
Right.
But as it stands now, I probably would sign a deal with his network. I probably would. Like, I'm not tripping.
Would I sign with Revolt today? Probably.
Well,
More than
like,
oh, well, that's different.
Yeah.
It had to be
Why did he not do
literally like Diddy Dirty Laundry.
yeah, Diddy Laundry.
The Diddy Dirty Laundry Network.
Right.
Exactly.
Group.
Yeah.
Dirty Laundry Group.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Playboy Network.
Right. Well, there he can't
You
have
can't
that.
get Playboy.
Sponsored by Thompson and Thompson's.
Johnson and Johnson.
No,
Yeah, I saw image today. 50 Cent. It's 50 Cent, bro. He petty. 50 Cent be
crazy.
doing stuff. He posted up an image. It was an AI image of Diddy doing a runway walk with a apron on, with a baby oil stains on the shirt, and it said Johnson and Johnson on it. And he walking down the runway. I'm like, what is this, man? It's something to think about, right? It's something to think about. Switching topics, I do actually have an update though.
Okay.
I actually have two updates, because I saw this in the news, right? The first update, I don't know if you were here when we talked about it. The whole were you here when we talked about the Chris Brown?
No.
Oh,
No.
yeah, I saw the.
You saw that.
Yeah.
My man dropped the charges.
He did.
Because Chris Breeze ain't just coming in there. Maybe.
Oh, because he got a check, or
Yeah,
Or he got a
Or
check.
he got a check.
Yeah,
Or
I
he got
think
a check.
Or a threat or something like that.
Right.
Right.
But he did drop the charges.
Because if he didn't drop them charges, Chris wasn't gonna be able to get out of the country. So
He did drop the charges.
he wasn't gonna be able to get
No.
back on a plane.
Maybe he got a check.
And Breezy Bowl continues.
Breezy Bowl continued. And
Yeah.
so now he's free doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
But I saw that, was like, oh, you dropped the charges.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has.
I'm pretty sure he got
persuasion.
some
Yeah,
financial.
yeah, they lined his pockets.
They lined his pockets.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
Right.
Overseas, you can't really. If it's a way to get out of it, you gotta go.
You got to go.
Because if they, the way
Yeah.
politics
Yeah.
work, they end up holding people just because
Mhm.
of, a retaliatory type thing. You end up over there in jail for nothing, but jaywalking.
Yeah.
Not to say hitting somebody in the head with a bottle is jaywalking.
I still don't think he did it. But anyway. So that was the first.
put nothing past nobody, especially not if they
True.
are super, like you said.
True.